Good evening, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rock.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tawenga-Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news, flying Fijians edge Scotland to win test match. More than 70 children diagnosed with cancer. And PM calls for support on ocean commitments.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Amrita Sagar.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians beat Scotland 27-22 in a test match at Suva's ANZ Stadium this afternoon. The home side played entertaining rugby and scored 2 tries while the visitors managed 3. Rohit Deo with the story.
The home side played a different game compared to the one against Italy last weekend and proved once again why they are called the Flying Fijians. It took Fiji 38 minutes to cross the opponent's line, but when we did, the crowd went into a frenzy.
What a try, Fiji!
Scotland came back strong in the second spell, but this tried to Henry Seniloli, so Fiji beat Scotland for only the second time.
Inside ball, and he finds one. Seniloli, he's around under the post. He hasn't been on very long.
Wallavola scored 17 points in the match, missing only 1 conversion out of the 7 kicks he took.
Very pleased once again with the effort that our players put in, and and it wasn't just about today. I think it's it's the work that's gone in over the past 4 weeks that have got us to this point here. And for Fiji, that's a massive win to beat the number 5 in the world, especially they've just come off a win against Australia. So.
Joshua Tuisova made his debut for Fiji on the right wing and was impressive as he gained meters and broke tackles with nearly every run he took.
The pace of the game in the first half, especially in the first half, was really fast. But we were expecting that. We were expecting Scotland to come in and run the game, and we managed to defend them well, and we played to that pace as well, and really played to our hands as well.
From the first defender, tackle ball.
Fiji now prepares for the World Cup qualifiers against Samoa and Tonga next month. Rohit Deo, FBC News.
More than 70 children in Fiji suffer from cancer, with the youngest recorded as a 7-month-old baby. Whilst Kids Fiji says most of these children suffer from leukemia, cancer of the blood or bone marrow. Kelly Vadala reports it's important these children are provided with the best support possible.
Cancer is a disease that knows no boundaries, whether it be from the oldest to the youngest. However, it definitely can affect a child's future.
The Suva Hospital, we are looking after about approximately 30 children, and in Lotok approximately 20 children that we support and assist. The most common cancer for children in Fiji is leukemia.
The parents of these children that suffer from different types of cancer say it has always been a challenging journey, trying to fulfill their child's need just to see their young ones live a happy life.
She's suffering from major thalassemia, a condition for her body is unable to make bone marrows. So for that, our challenges for that is that normally we face that she has to go for blood transfusions every month.
I am having a lung tumor from past 11 months. As a parent, I have faced a lot of problems, and now his condition has been good. Here is a lot of kids came with the different types of cancer. It's interesting for me, and I am happy.
The conditions these children go through every day is unthinkable, and it shows how strong they really are.
I think they are the same as the ordinary ones. It's simply because of the condition that they go through, and I think they're special.
According to WOW's Kids Fiji, there will be a Child Cancer Awareness Month, which is in August. This is simply to create awareness on the main signs and symptoms of cancer that a child might be suffering from. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
Prime Minister Bainimarama is calling for support in the implementation of the commitments Fiji made at the Oceans Conference in New York early this month. Eleanor Tarangarview has more.
Just a week after returning from New York, co-chairing the Oceans Conference, Prime Minister Bainimarama has told the people of the Kaunrabe Fiji has made some huge voluntary commitments that everyone will need to play their part in its implementation.
A total of 16 voluntary commitments was made by Fiji targeting healthy oceans and sustainable ocean practices.
One of the commitments is to reduce the use of plastics, which the Prime Minister says will be pursued at the national level for the next 8 years. Another is the commitment to conserve and restore the natural population of sea turtles in Fiji waters.
I seek your support in the adherence to the implementation strategies of these important commitments that will ensure the good health of our oceans and related ecosystems.
Bainimarama was speaking at Nakombo village last night, where he handed over a boat with its engine and the life safety package to the Yawusa Korodau to help them in the policing of their marine protected area.
I commend this initiative as it is aligned to one of the voluntary commitments adopted at the Oceans Conference, in particular the expansion of marine managed areas.
The Yawusa Korodau of Nakombo village depend on the sea for their livelihood, and they have undertaken to protect their marine area for their current and future generation. The new boat and engine cost government $17,000. Eleanor Turangibiu, FBC News.
The Old River Bridge in Nosori will be barricaded and closed indefinitely from next week Friday for safety reasons. The Fiji Roads Authority says the deterioration has reached a stage which now poses a risk to the public and may partially collapse without a warning. The public is advised to use the pedestrian walkway on the new river bridge. Preparations are already underway to prevent all pedestrian access of the Old River Bridge, as well as access under the bridge at the Nosori abutment and the festival grounds. The FRA will soon install a pedestrian fence on the new river bridge that will provide a secondary barrier between pedestrians and vehicles. Parents and school teachers are advised to supervise the large number of school children who will use the new bridge. Motorists are strongly advised to drive safely and adhere to the road signs, as there will be an increase in foot traffic on the new bridge. The Fiji Roads Authority is also considering options to demolish the Old River Bridge. Trainee pilots need to be taught on how to handle realities of their work. This was highlighted by Aviation Minister Syed Qayyum at the signing of the 2 flight simulators for the Aviation Academy yesterday. Syed Qayyum says pilots must learn to handle pressure if something unexpected happens while in the air. He says pilots have a huge responsibility to take care of more than 200 lives left in their care while flying.
To be able to go through that very rigorous test, some people may be very good as a pilot, but may not necessarily be psychologically or emotionally be able to handle pressure in a small cockpit if there's a fire behind you. Those are the kind of things. People may not necessarily have a 20/20 vision, but they'll be able to have that quality of a pilot or commander.
Still to come, Operation Tatarovi targets critical areas on our roads. And China Intangible Culture Exhibition begins. Details after the break.
Nimbula binaka na yavangunga andi moala ranalika o tikonga na tao na singatoka ando talitaka na wakaronga ng Bula FM nambandua na sere.
Ya dora subuni kurnambili iborani batsukara hambara binaranga do talitakin na wakaronga ng Bula FM nambandua na sere.
Bula FM nambandua na sere.
Third phase of the Operation Tatarovi has been launched by the Fiji Police Force and the Land Transport Authority in Suva today. The operation will target critical areas on our roads to ensure public safety. Senia Nimboila reports.
VLTA and police will closely collaborate to help reduce the increasing fatality on our roads when Operation Tatarovi begins next month.
Looking at primarily illegal operations, and we're also looking at overloading and speeding as well. And these areas all lead to or have influenced the level of deaths on our roads, especially speeding and drink driving.
Police Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says they will work towards ensuring that our roads is a safe environment for all road users.
Our joint effort is for their safety and ensure that they are safe on our road, and also we are trying our best that we need the support of the communities in terms of the information, sharing of information, and also assist us and comply with all the rules and law and order in terms of as a driver or as a pedestrian or as a passenger.
The first and second phase of Operation Tatarovi was completed successfully with a huge support received from the public. Police and LTA officers will be on our roads to ensure all road users comply with road rules and regulations. Those that are found to break the road rules will be taken to task. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
56% of juveniles committing property crimes that include burglary, larceny, theft, arson, shoplifting and vandalism is a result of parent negligence. This was confirmed to FBC News by the officer in charge of the Juvenile Bureau of Police, Inspector Orisi Takana. Sainiani Mboila once again reports.
The Fiji Police Force has identified parental negligence as a major issue which needs to be addressed urgently.
When parents do not don't really look after their children well at home, don't provide for their children, children tend to commit property offences to meet their needs.
Chief of Operations ACP Rusati Tunrabu says the Fiji Police Force, together with relevant stakeholders, continues to raise awareness to help reduce the number of juvenile offenders.
Awareness programs that have been conducted, not only from the police, from other government stakeholders, the LOTU and the NGOs that have been going out doing awareness program. These are some of the measures that we believe that has contributed to the decline, the decrease in the stats, especially for juvenile offenders.
337 cases of juvenile offenders were recorded by police last year compared to 355 cases in 2015. Most of these cases were recorded in the Southern Division. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Around 180 meters of guardrails will be replaced or repaired along Princess Road in Tamavua, Suva. Repair works have started on several sections between Khalsa Road and the Nosori roundabout. Fulton Hogan's Special Project Manager Eddie Devara says guardrails are important safety measures intended to lessen the severity of crashes should motorists drive off the road. The guardrails being replaced have deteriorated over time. Some have been damaged by vehicles in past accidents, while some have moss growing on rails, making them less visible to motorists. The project is expected to be completed later this month. Fulton Hogan Highways has been contracted by the Fiji Roads Authority to implement its program to improve road access across the northern, eastern and central divisions. And 8 motor vehicle companies have been provisionally approved by the Land Transport Authority as authorized motor vehicle inspection agencies. These companies will be entirely responsible to carry out inspections for private and commercial vehicles. The LTA has opened up the service to other companies, so people don't necessarily have to go to LTA for vehicle inspections. This means car owners will be able to get their vehicles inspected for its annual warrant or fitness of registration at one of the licensed agencies. Once the vehicle has passed all the tests, the owner can take the completed documentation to the LTA and receive a new registration sticker. The 8 companies, Carpenters Motors, Asco Motors, Wheels Pacific, Kia Motors, SK Motors, Millennium Motors, DACE and Motor Management Services Limited, are awaiting final approval subject to meeting the required compliance levels. 5 of the 8 vehicle companies are already carrying out inspections for their own customers in accordance with LTA's vehicle inspection checklist. A week-long exhibition on China Intangible Culture has begun, offering Fijians an opportunity to gain an insight into the rich and abundant Chinese history and culture. An event was organized at the Fiji Museum in Suva today to showcase this. Sharon Shivan reports.
These performances has brought the wonderful and profound Chinese culture closer to Fiji, deepening cultural exchange and promoting cooperation between the two countries.
Asked 16 people from Fiji to attend the Intangible Culture Heritage Festival, and after that, when the delegation comes, we returned last week And at the same time, we invite the same delegation from Chengdu to Fiji. The main theme is the safeguarding the intangible cultural heritage.
The exhibition comprises the display of wood engraving, painted clay figures, stroke collage, paper cutting and embroidery products, among others. With Fiji enriched with cultural diversity and ancient heritages, authorities say the Chinese way of promoting and protecting heritages can be a practical lesson for all Fijians.
It's very exciting for us because we're able to relate and link these objects to histories and performances, sometimes chants specifically made for different objects.
People from various walks of life, including school students, visited the exhibition and appreciated the unique Chinese intangible culture. They were amazed by the way artisans used various techniques to create beautiful pieces of arts. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
The cadet program is necessary and important to mold school students. Deputy Police Commissioner Isikeli Lingairi highlighted the importance of the program during the pass-out parade of Pandit Sridhar Maharaj College at Wanimukasi in Nosori. He says the values and lessons learned from the cadet program will be an asset to students. Lingairi says students enrolled in schools that take up the cadet program are more responsible and disciplined.
Cadet program, rather, has bear instant fruits in the lives of school children or cadets. Discipline is a fundamental part of life, and without it, your life will not have the needed capacity to withstand the negative impacts brought about by influences around us.
Coming up in FPC Sports, World Cup qualifiers next for Flying Fijians. And Opetitangi ready for Abhay Chand. This and more after the break.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1. इट्स सो हॉट.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट. आई लव मिर्ची एफएम.
हमें स्पिन तो हुआ कि मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians will be without fullback Kini Murimurivalu and Albert Vulivuli for the World Cup qualifiers against Tonga and Samoa. The wives of the two are expected to give birth anytime soon, and both return to France to be with them on this special occasion. A 28-member team will travel to face the Pacific rivals.
We'll have a look this evening around our injuries and look, and I'd say I'd carry a couple of extras in the training camp this week before making the final call. But we do know that both Albert Vulivuli and Kenny Murimurivalu, his wives, are expecting babies imminently in the Northern Hemisphere. They couldn't travel, so those guys will return on north on Monday.
The Pacific Islands Rugby Players Association held a light lunch for its former Fiji players today. 23 players who have represented Fiji in the past attended the event. The association is formed to take care of the welfare of current and former rugby players.
It's very important to have such an organization. It helps look after the players. You know, most of our players are going overseas. Some are not well educated on what's out there in the world. So it's important that players have this association, so it looks after the welfare of the players, especially when they go overseas.
35-year-old Opetitangi hopes to end Abhay Chand's boxing career when they meet at the Canada-Fiji Southern Boxing Promotion next week. The two boxers have met twice, with Tangi winning both fights, and looks to maintain his undefeated run against Chand on track. Rohit Deo with the story.
Focused on the task ahead, the Naitasiri lad knows the challenge he will face, but says he's ready for it.
It will be a good fight. Good he come prepared. I want him to come prepared.
Tangi knows the importance of this fight to both boxers, as a loss to either may become their last fight.
I'm not taking this fight lightly, even though I beat him already twice, but I know this fight he will gonna come prepared. because he wants to win this one.
Trainer and dad Saulan Auzori is confident of a win next week.
This time we'll last. You can no more want to fight Pete again.
Tangi has fought 32 professional bouts, winning 19 of them, 11 by knockouts and 13 losses. The promotion takes place next Friday at Nandi's Prince Charles Park, with Junior Farzan Ali to fight Sebastian Singh in the main event. Rohit Dev, FBC Sports.
Sisters Grace and Sally won a bronze medal in the junior girls team event at the 2017 China Junior and Cadet Open Table Tennis for Fiji. China and Belarus took gold and silver in the event respectively. Fiji did meet the host China in the competition, and that will surely give a boost to the Yi sisters. The Suva football side edged Lambasa 1-0 in the Vodafone Premier League last night. Kaliova Tivoli scored the lone goal of the match in the 37th minute. Meanwhile, in matches tomorrow, Raki Raki plays Ba at 3 p.m. at Govind Park, while at the same time, Raketi plays Lotoka at Churchill Park, while Rewa will be hosting Lambasa at Nosori's Ratatakambao Park. Showers were experienced over the Vanuatu, Taviuni, Lau and Lomai Viti group, the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands today due to a weak trough of low pressure that's affecting the eastern parts of the country. The trough is gradually weakening as it moves east away from the group. A trough of low pressure lies slow moving over the Solomon Islands and extends southeastwards over to the north of Vanuatu, Fiji and Tonga. Now in the west it was mostly fine. Nandi, Lotoka and Ba experienced cloudy conditions but recorded temperatures at 29 degrees. Singatoka was cool at 28 degrees. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, cloudy periods prevailed with isolated brief showers. The temperatures dropped to 27 in the capital. And up in Vanuatu, cooler conditions also prevailed here. Lambasa recorded the highest temperature today at 32 degrees. Savu Savu was cool at 28. At seas, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas, moderate southerly swells, poor visibility in areas of heavy showers and thunderstorms. Looking at the tides, the next high tide is at 12:44 a.m. tomorrow morning, followed by low tide at 12:36 p.m. Sunrise will be at 6:37. Outlook for tomorrow, cloudy periods with isolated brief showers over Suva and Savu Savu. However, other centres can experience fine weather in the morning but cloudy by the afternoon. It will be cool at night. Southeast winds 15 to 20 knots are expected. Moderate to rough seas and moderate southerly swells is the further outlook. Recapping the main stories, Flying Fijians edge Scotland to win Test match. More than 70 children in Fiji are diagnosed with cancer. And Prime Minister calls for support on commitments made at the Oceans Conference. To our poll question, this week we're asking, will the new health customer care call centre help improve services? Visit our FBC website to answer. You can always send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us through our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. Until next time, good night.
I'm Anare Sorbakroa of Nayabu Wendibuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lotoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.